Kind of words are written only in the Bible and the scriptures. But the truth of the matter is that your whole destiny, your whole life is in your hand. In fact, it is in your mind. Everything is your mind. The world is in your mind. God is in your mind. Satan is in your mind. You yourself, you are in your mind. Your liberation is in your mind. Infinite bliss in your mind. Infinite peace in your mind. Everything is here. So that's why my whole approach, my whole emphasis has been meditation, working with the mind. And during the last 30 years or so, that has been my main concern, the mind. And I've gone so deep into my mind that it's no longer here now. It's not. There's only that pure stillness, pure consciousness. And that is not me, it's you, it's me, it's everything. It's the essence of life. That is the meaning of meditation. That is the meaning of God. That is the meaning of peace. People talk of peace, peace everywhere. I've heard that some people speak of peace so loudly that it sounds like wow. Until and unless you do not experience peace here, there is no possibility to know peace, to have peace in the world, in your house. Peace is the purest state of your mind. That pure silence, when your mind has been completely transformed, when your unconsciousness has been completely dissipated. And that is possible. It is possible. It has been possible to me. There are other friends who are practicing here in Mauritius. Thousands of people who have gone for the experience. Jesus had gone for the experience. Krishna, Buddha, Pythagoras, Muhammad, Jiddu Krishnamurti. Recently we had Osho. There are so many people in the past, and it is possible for you. That is the purpose of your birth. Now, everything is in your hand. You should be absolutely free to decide to meditate or not to meditate, to take the inner journey or not to take the inner journey. Whatever you do, you should be absolutely free to do it, not out of fear, not because I have said it. Because meditation is about freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to live, freedom not to live. You know, we are so free, nature is so democratic that tomorrow you can choose to end your life. Yes, that is illegal. It could be immoral, but you have the choice, though. And one of the greatest curse of mankind is that we are so free. We are so free that we do not know how to make good use of our freedom. If only we could use that freedom, we would be gods walking on the earth, on planet Earth. And believe me, that is my experience. When the Bible says that once the earth was a Garden of Eden, I have absolutely no problem to accept that. But not in the literal sense. Not in the literal sense, of course. And it is possible, once again, though it's quite late to be very frank with you, I was asked to write a paper for the UNESCO about our future in 20 years' time. And I told people, you know, I started the paper like this. To begin with, I'm afraid we have no future at all. If we continue in the present trend, with the stupid politicians around, anyone at any time can press the button. And there's one thing that many people do not know, what is happening underneath. But those who have a little awareness, they know what is being prepared. But people are blissfully unaware. Everyone is selfish in his own business. We are all concerned with our petty life, you know, with only, you know, this, our, we call it the ivory tower. Everyone, you have your children, he has his job, you know, he has his business, he has his politics, and everyone here, we are living in our own world. And outside, You know, yesterday I had a vision. Normally I would not tell you that, but I'm inspired to tell you. I had a vision, a very big tsunami, so big that it is, throwing things very high in the sky and everywhere. Then the disciple asked me, what does that mean? I said, you will know it sometimes on later. Well, if you have any question regarding what I have just said about meditation, about the mind, please go ahead, you ask me. We need much more time to go deeper, to explain about the mind. Now, as I told you, we have 7 layers, or should I say 6 layers of your being. The 7th is no layer at all. It is simply being or non-being. The first layer is physical. The second layer is etheric. Now, the etherical layer is extremely subtle. As you go deeper into meditation, you start feeling, you start living body consciousness. As you live body consciousness, your consciousness starts going higher. You start experiencing the etheric body. And the etheric body, when you are experiencing the etheric body, it's as if you are here, you exist, but at the same time, it's nothing. It's so subtle. And many times when you meditate, especially when you put your hand in this position, you feel as if it's very heavy, it's very big, because what happened? You have married the positive and the negative energy. And when you feel energy, you do not feel your hand. And at times you won't feel your feet, and at times you won't feel your body. So it's the place where it's less dense, because in our body there's much impressions, a lot of rubbish, a lot of impulse that has been suppressed there. So first you don't feel your hand. At times you won't feel your body. Now, the pressure that you feel here, that point, it is the point of highest perception. Let me explain. Try to imagine there is a ladder here, and there are 7 rungs on the ladder. If you stand on the first rung, you will have a certain perception. You go on the second, you have another level of perception. As you go on higher and higher, you have different vision, different perspective of what is around. So when your consciousness reaches here, that point which has been called the third eye, for the first time, you realize, you experience that you, as I said yesterday, are a wave of energy in an infinite ocean of energy, and that life, what you call all this, is nothing but energy. Now, the vibration that you feel here, the pressure that you feel here, that your energy when you meditate is rising from the lower level to go to the highest point, just as Amit said yesterday. Amit is not present. But the difficulty is that it's as if somebody is knocking at the door, is trying to push at the door. From inside or from outside, you can see actually the door is vibrating, it's moving, but it's not opening because it is locked. Try to understand me. Don't get discouraged. So what happens? The energy is rising, but there's a lot of resistance in your being. Maybe mental, maybe physical, maybe etheric, astral, or maybe all these. Another point. Maybe also, I know the reason, but I'm just to make others understand, you don't have that amount of energy to push, to break open the door. That's why all the disciplines, all the spiritual and religious discipline, which says do this and don't do that, which is of course a distortion of the real thing, is to gather a great amount of energy. Whether it is prohibition of sex, celibacy, whether it is eating vegetarian food, all things, is just to gather enough energy. Because you do not have enough energy, you do not have enough energy to break through open that point. Maybe you've seen the horse, Pegasus, the horse upon which there is, I've forgotten, it's a Greek, in Greek mythology, you have Persephone or something like this on a horse, It represents the willpower that you need to break open the third eye. You know, the third eye is symbolized in the Indian culture by the women wearing a dot here, and the color, it changes with age. Because when your third eye is fully activated, when your consciousness reaches that state, the peak consciousness, you realize it's blue everywhere, energy in its purest state. So please go ahead, when you feel this, don't fight, keep as calm as possible and let your consciousness be focused here. Yes. The second question? It's 2 in 1. Yes, any other question regarding mind, meditation? Anything? Yeah. Now that it does happen, you know, just as I told you, in the morning when the sun rises, all the creatures, the animals, the plants, it starts bubbling with life. So as you become more conscious, as you go deeper, you become more conscious, your consciousness expands, every fiber of your being, it starts bubbling. It gets a vibration. It's just, you know, when somebody has no energy, just like this, inert and conscious. But when you have much energy, you're dynamic, you know, your heart is bubbling, you know, your eyes are sparkling. So that's what happens. As you go on meditating, you become lively, more and more lively. So that's why your consciousness has changed direction. It's going inside. So as you become more conscious inside, your body, your mind, your heart, your astral body, your physical body, it becomes more lively and it starts bubbling more.